There's a client your team would be probably relieved to lose. Sometimes they pay the least, sometimes they pay the most, but they always demand the most, and somehow they get the best hours from your team and yourself each week. You won't let them go because you feel revenue is too important to take that risk. So you keep paying it for them instead, and it's with time you'll never get back. In the next 6 minutes, I'll show you how to see in actual numbers what the client is actually really costing you. How to decide without guilt or without guesswork who deserves your best hours and who doesn't. So if you want the real hourly rate calculator, you drop in what your client pays you and the hours that they actually consume, and it tells you a true effective rate for every client you have. Most people are genuinely shocked by what they find. So just drop rate in the comments and I'll send it straight to you. So my name is Damien Qualter and I'm the owner of Automate to Grow. And I've helped over 250 businesses find and prevent leaks in the marketing systems that is costing them anywhere between 23 and 30% of their profits every single year. In every video, you'll just get one thing and you can start using that right away in your business to get results today. So here's what almost nobody says out loud. We're all thinking it, and you know instinctively that some clients cost you more than they pay. And you may feel it every week, the dread when their name comes up. I know I've been there, the Tuesday that disappears into a person's demands, but you've never actually done the maths because high revenue feels like high value. So the client who pays you the most and takes the most feels essential. And when you might feel that it's actually the least profitable relationship that you might have in your business. And the worst part is you carry on like that quietly, like it's just a piece of the price of doing business. And I saw this one of my clients, and they had a client who was paying $5,000 a month. And when they worked it out, they were actually getting paid about $70 an hour. And when they looked at the next clients were all paying a minimum of about $300 an hour. So you can see the difference in this quite dramatically, and I think you'd be quite shocked when you do the calculations for yourself. So what's your current approach? You manage yourself around them, you absorb the extra calls, the scope creep, the 11-hour weeks. You tell yourself it's nearly over or it balances out and that the revenue clearly justifies it. And every new inquiry gets the same treatment, elevated on gut feeling and optimization. Don't worry, you're not alone. And if you need anything, you'll do it and they're in, and as long as they can pay for it, that's fine. No filter. So the demanding ones keep getting through and the pattern keeps repeating. And you keep wondering why your best time never seems to land on one of your best opportunities. And here's the real reason why it doesn't work. The demanding client just doesn't cost what they pay. They cost everything you could have built with the time they consumed. Every hour managing their 11-hour Tuesday is an hour not spent on a high-value prospect, a follow-up, or maybe a relationship that could have produced far more for your business. And that's a cost that most businesses don't actually calculate. It's an invisible revenue in a column that nobody looks at. And because it's invisible, you keep making the same trade-off over and over again and calling it loyalty. So here's how you take your best hours back and with the evidence instead of any sort of guilt. Step 1, calculate the real hourly rate of every client, not the monthly figure, the real one. Take what they pay and divide it by the hours they actually consume and include all the hidden ones, the emails, the rework, the phone calls, the mental overhead, the scope creep. This is with yourself, your team, and the high value, high demand client almost drops to the bottom. Now, you may have had this feeling for months. It's something now you can actually point a number to. Step 2, score every opportunity before you invest time in it. Budget, authority, time, need, fit. 5 criteria scored by you before you put the hours into someone. This replaces, it feels promising, with a clear read whether they deserve your best attention and truly if you can help them. And you apply it to your existing clients too, not just to new inquiries. And that's the confronting part because it shows you in the data what you already knew, your gut feelings. Step 3, make a plan to renegotiate or exit the lower scoring relationships. And don't manage yourself around them forever. Exit or renegotiate. It's quite simple. Because every hour you're free from a poor fit client is an hour you can redirect to relationships which will produce your best work and the best return. And that's a clean, professional way to do what preserves a relationship, even when the commercial arrangement ends because it's not commercially viable anymore. So here's why it works. The decision to let go of a poor fit client doesn't lose you money. It recovers you the time that the client was consuming, and the time goes straight into your tier one relationships where every hour returns far more. The maths almost favours the exit once you actually see it. You can do this yourself, run the calculator, score the clients, and make the hard calls. That's the free path, and it works. For a faster path is having a correct system that scores everything and every lead automatically at the point of inquiry, so that any wrong fit clients never actually get through to you in the first place. Either way, the principle holds. Your best hours belong to your best clients, and that is something that you need to keep sacred for yourself, and it's not to your loudest ones. So if you want to see the real numbers for yourself, grab yourself the real hourly rate calculator, drop in what each client pays you each month, the hours they take, and the calculator does the rest. Just drop rate in the comments, I'll send it straight over you. You can literally open the calculator today, enter your few top clients, and within 10 minutes, see exactly who's earning you what by the hour. And I do actually warn you, the 100 is probably near the bottom. But here's what changes when you see it. The guilt goes away because it stops feeling you're ashamed of and becomes a business decision backed by a number and data. You're never being disloyal. You're actually just absorbing the cost nobody can see. Now that you can actually see it, and once you can see it clearly, the client you'd be relieved to lose stops being a burden, and you carry quietly on, and choices become easier to make for you and your business going forward.